Greetings to everyone again. Today, I wanted to come to everyone and discuss an awareness that I've had recently about myself, and giving this information may help others who are going through something similar or have not been aware of this particular topic until recently. What I'm going to talk about today is being an empath and what that means, as well as being a highly sensitive person. I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. An empath, by definition, is someone, a being who is very sensitive to other beings' emotional energy. And it actually, what I've experienced is that it's not actually, well, I guess it is. I was going to say it's not actually only emotional energy, it's just the energy of, what someone else carries. But pretty much that's emotions for the most part. Being sad or happy or mad or frustrated or scared, which I've experienced all of these when I have been out in the world, in society, not what is it? Not sure if what I was feeling was my energy or another energy that was coming in from outside of myself. And it has been an interesting experience for me, because there have been times where I've been driving down the road, literally, and all of a sudden just feel an emotion just come up from out of nowhere. So that's been some of my experience. So being an empath, and there are different levels of being empathic. There are those who are, like me, are very sensitive to other people's emotions, other beings' emotions, and they pick them up very easily when they, go to the store or driving down the road or walking down the sidewalk or whatever. And then there are, as I talk about this, other things are coming up, and it feels like I've been experiencing this as well. So there are empaths that are sensitive to energy in general, which I am as well, again, that are telepathic per se. We're all light beings. We're all telepathic and have many gifts, have many abilities that we have forgotten over the eons that we have humans have been on this planet. But as empaths go, there are different levels, if you will, and so another level is an empath who is able to pick up or feel the energy of an area or of someone else that is in your vicinity, or an animal that you happen to be around, just the energy in general that happens to be in that area. And I've experienced that as well. Very oftentimes I feel there is something happening, and I don't know what it is, and I don't see anything in the news or there's nothing that I have seen that anybody has shared with me about anything happening in the world. But I can sense that it feels like to me that something big is going on energetically. So there, I've experienced that as well. And as empaths go, again in general, we have a tendency to sometimes, not always, but more frequent times than not, but sometimes have a tendency to be so sensitive that we're basically like sponges and pick up everything as we walk down the sidewalk or drive down a road or go into the store or whatever. And so we have to, as empaths, we have to utilize certain tools to protect ourselves from these other energies that are coming in, because most of society, is not aware of what's going on energetically, and as empaths we pick all that up. And so in general we have to put up shields or be aware of the energy that is around us, or do something in our energy field that will help dissipate or block that energy that we are experiencing as we go through the world. What I have used in the past is a very simple tool which you can envision in your third eye, an egg-shaped shield of golden light that surrounds you, that goes around your whole being. And for the most part that works. There are other tools that you can utilize if you're an empath. I'm actually learning more about how to utilize those currently, as this is kind of new awareness to me, because I've not always known that I was an empath until recently, and with the research that I've been doing, everything just kind of meshes together. So I invite everyone to do your own research and see if you feel that you are sensitive, and you feel that you kind of pick up, you take on a lot of energy, then it's possible that you are an empath. So do your own research and see what feels right for you. So that's a little bit about an empath, what they are, what they experience, my experience as an empath, some tools that I have used, and things like that. Something else that I have found that works, or that helps me, is to get out into nature and ground yourself, because when you're grounded, you're more balanced, your energies are more balanced, and you are able to, as an empath, I am able to go out into the world and be, a better conduit for the energies that I am supposed to be receiving. Not the energies that everybody else is sending me, but my own energies from my higher source, that comes in. In addition to grounding, I find that meditation works as well. And some days I meditate and some days I don't, so I'm not really a good consistent meditator, but when I do, I can tell a difference. So there's that. So and being a highly sensitive person, and I'm still doing research on this one and finding out where I fit into this whole spectrum of being sensitive. But I am also a highly sensitive person, and just because you're an empath does not necessarily mean that you're a highly sensitive person. Those are two different labels or pieces to put together that don't necessarily go together. But being a highly sensitive person, my experience has been that I am very, very sensitive to energy. So my house where I live is right next to a main road that goes up the mountain, and on some days it's very tedious for me to even be in the house because there's so much traffic goes by. Because the energy I can feel the traffic going by, and it just drives me insane, drives me bonkers. And so I have to go away, get out in nature, ground myself, and meditate a little bit or whatever. But I can't always do that. I have to come back and be in the house and do my stuff online and everything like that. So so that's just one experience for me personally, being a highly sensitive person. And again, as I'm out in the world, I can pick up energy. I can feel another person's energy, or I can feel someone's energy as they go by me on the road when I'm driving, which kind of leads into being an empath, because if someone is driving down the road and they're really mad, chances are that I'm going to feel that. So it's just part of being a highly sensitive person. So I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because I don't know a whole lot about that particular topic, but I wanted to touch on it and give my experience of what I've learned so far. And that feels like all that I need to do right now. I haven't really had any huge awarenesses of where we are and what we're going through and everything like that as far as the shift or the ascension goes. But things are always happening. And as I'm sure that everyone who watches this is aware of the uprisings and the protests and whatnot going all over the world, things are changing. I can feel it. So lots of stuff going on. There may be some really huge awarenesses that we have here in the United States soon, but I am not sure about that just yet. It's kind of a day-by-day thing or minute-by-minute thing, because anything can happen and anything does happen. But as I am able to, I will share what I find as I'm able. And that's all I have for now. This again is Ascending Energy, also known as Elevate Eliset. And I'm getting all this cat hair on my mouth for some reason. I wish you all well, and I hope that everyone is enjoying the shift and having a great time during this journey that we are on. Peace, blessings, and balance to you all. Namaste.